Well, let's bring him on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. Jeff Newman. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Star Theatre. Please remember to turn off all electronic devices, keep your face mask worn on properly, sit back, relax, and enjoy the performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the award-winning mentalist who's been seen around the globe. Please welcome to the stage, trickster Jeff Newman.
All right, how are we doing tonight, everybody? Yes? 6 people very enthusiastic to be here. I think we can do a little better than that. How are we doing tonight? There we go. Welcome, everybody. My name is Jeff Newman, and tonight I'm going to mess with your heads. Yes, I'm a mentalist, and what that means is I use science, suggestion, and good old-fashioned trickery to influence your thoughts, predict what you do before you do it, and even appear to read your minds. Some of you are skeptical. Don't raise your hands. I know who you are. I will say, though, that this is a treat for me because this is, over the last 2 years, I've actually been performing all of my shows on Zoom, so doing a lot of online, interactive, internet-based shows. So it is a real treat, a real blessing for me to be in front of a live audience here tonight. So give yourselves a huge round of applause for coming out to the theater tonight. I will also say, because this is a live show in front of a live audience, this is the first show I have done in a very long time where I'm required to wear pants. Most of you look very disappointed or very relieved. A lot of you look a little disappointed at the same time. I'm not sure what to think about that. But before we get into the show, a lot of you are probably wondering how it is that I'm able to do what I do, not only in a room full of people like this, but also online across the expanses of the internet. What it comes down to is that people are predictable. People are predictable every day. People make decisions about their daily lives, and those decisions have probable outcomes. And no matter who you are, where you're from, what language you speak, how old or how young you are, those decisions have probable outcomes. And if you can anticipate those decisions, you can get into somebody's head. And that is how I'm able to do what I am able to do. So whether you are across the room or across the globe, I am able to anticipate those decisions and predict what you do before you even realize it's going to happen. But before we get into the show, I do want to do a quick little warm-up with all of you, with everyone in the room, to make sure we're all on the same page. So this is what I want you to do. I want all of you to put your hands out in front of you just like this. Notice I said nothing about wiggling the fingers. With your hands out in front of you, I want you to give your hands a nice shake. Get them nice and loose. Let your fingers relax. Let them flop around. Let your joints relax. Let the blood rush to the tips of your fingers. And I just want you to follow along with what I say, all right? So just follow along with what I say and give your hands a good shake. Let them get nice and loose. And once your hands are nice and loose, we're going to move down to the elbows. Just make some nice circles from the elbows down. Some nice, gentle, round circles. Get the blood pumping in your arms. And now we're going to change direction. Go the other way. Change direction, go the other way. And when I say I want you to ball your hands in a fist and put them on your chin, just like so. Most of you are still with me. All right. We're going to do this one more time. Same thing. Get your hands out in front of you, and I want you to give them a nice little shake. Just a nice little shake, just like so. And once your hands are nice and loose and you can feel the blood rush to your fingertips, I want you to move down to your elbows and do those circles again, just like so. Perfect. And we're going to go the other direction, just like last time. Same thing. Get your arms nice and loose. And when I say I want you to ball your hands in a fist and put them on your cheeks. Now you see how easy it is to get inside. Sir, if you haven't found your cheeks yet, you're not going to. It's all right. But now you understand how easy it is to get inside your head, to understand how somebody thinks and manipulate those decisions, to understand what their decisions are going to be. And I want to take this one step further with one of you. So I do need someone to help me out. You are very excited. What is your name? Joe. Sorry? Joe, okay, perfect. Joe, actually, I think you're going to be better for something a little bit later. I'm going to come back to you, all right? Your enthusiasm was infectious, so I think you're going to be perfect for something a little ways down the road, all right? So I do need someone help me. Joe, I promise we'll come back to you. But let's get someone from over here. The gentleman in the yellow, what is your name, sir? John, are you familiar with a pack of playing cards, John? Good, because in a moment I'm going to ask you to select a playing card, John, and it is very, very awkward because every once in a while I'll ask someone, hey, choose a playing card, and they'll say something like the 7 of popcorn, and I have no idea what that means. For those of you wondering, the 7 of popcorn, 7 of clubs, I had no idea either. But if I told you, like, John, the Queen of Hearts, the 9 of diamonds, you'd know what that is, yes? Perfect, all right. Puppy feet are another one I get a lot for clubs. Everyone knows 3 out of 4 all the time. But John, in a moment, I am simply going to ask you to choose a playing card, all right? But the thing is, John, I already know how this is going to turn out. I already know what's going to happen, all right? In fact, I've made a prediction of sorts. But to make this a little more interesting, John, what I'm going to get you to do is instead of just naming a random playing card, we're actually going to get you to break up that decision into several parts, all right? So the first part, John, is very simple. It's very simple. John, I'm going to ask you to choose between 2 words. Would you like the word odd or would you like the word even? Even. Would you like to change your mind? No? I knew you wouldn't. John, there is proof. I have proof that that was the decision you were going to make, and this is my proof right here. That is my proof. It doesn't look like much, John, until you turn it over and you can see I am already 1 step ahead. Thank you very much. For those of you who are quite astute, you're like, this is a 50-50 choice. Maybe there's odds somewhere else on the box. There's nothing on the other side. There's nothing on the bottom. There's nothing on the top. And John, you can even see there's nothing in the flap. Yes? All right. We're going to take this 1 step further. You chose even. In this box, there are 13 values of playing cards. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to king. Okay? Since you chose even, let's get you to pick an even value. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, or queen. Which would you like? None. 10. Would you like to change your mind? No, I knew you wouldn't, John. All right, 10. In this box, John, there are 4 10s. 2 of them are red 10s and 2 of them are black 10s. Which color of 10 would you like, John? Red. Would you like to change your mind? I knew you wouldn't. All right. In this box, there are 2 red 10s. One of those red 10s is a 10 of hearts, and one of those red 10s is a 10 of diamonds. Which would you prefer? Hearts. Would you like to change your mind? Okay. 10 of hearts, yes? And that felt fair? Okay. John, we're going to be as fair as we can about this. We're going to open the box. We're going to spread through the cards so everybody can see, and we're going to find it was a 10 of hearts, yes? Yes. We're going to find that 10 of hearts just for you, and we're just going to leave it right there for now, all right? Now, the thing is, John, I just want to recap what just happened, all right? So, you chose the 10 of hearts, and we started by saying choose between two words, odd and even, right? Right. And you chose even, but you could have chose odd. It was a 50-50 choice. That means I had a 1 out of 2 chance of being able to anticipate your decision, correct? Correct. But after that, John, I asked you to narrow it down by a value. And then when you chose a value, you chose the 10, but really based on your previous decision, you could have chosen any one of the 13 values in this box. So that goes from a 1 out of 2 chance I would be able to anticipate your decisions to a 1 out of 13 chance, correct? Correct. Then, after that, I asked you to narrow it down by color, right? You could have chose a red 10 or a black 10. You chose a red 10, which means now this goes from a 1 out of 13 chance to a 1 out of 26 chance. I would be able to anticipate all of your decisions to this point, correct? Correct. And finally, I asked you to narrow it down by suit. And based on your previous decisions, you could have picked any one of the 4 suits, which now means this goes from a 1 out of 26 chance to a 1 out of 52 chance. I would be able to know what you were going to do, a little less than 2%, right? Correct. Here's the thing, John. Mathematically, yes, this is a 1 out of 52 chance, but so is every other card in this deck. You have a 1 out of 52 chance of picking every other playing card here as well. For example, the Ace of Hearts is also a 1 out of 52 chance. But at the very beginning of this, John, I said I knew how this was going to go, and I knew that the Ace of Hearts was not a card you were going to pick. The Jack of Clubs, also a very popular choice. Same thing. I knew this was not the decision you were going to make either. The 7 of popcorn, also, John, not a card you were going to choose. In fact, John, if you go through the back of this entire deck, you can see that each and every one, nope, 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 each and every single card all the way through, well, I shouldn't say the entire deck, John, because like I said, I knew what you were going to do. I knew what was going to happen, and as you can see, there was only one way this could have ended. Everyone give John a huge round of applause. He was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. Now, John, as you can see, these decisions are important. Now, normally this is the point in the show where I would say I need someone else to help me out, and that would be someone who I think is a very good decision maker. So if you think you're a good decision maker, I want you to hold your hand nice and high so we can see where you are. So hold up your hand. If you think you're a good decision maker, hold up your hand nice and high. So I see a few people going like this. I think I am, maybe not. Yeah, kind of. If you're doing this probably isn't for you. That being said, though, at the beginning of the show, something unusual happened that has never happened before. When I asked for my very first person, I had one hand shoot up from the crowd right away. So, Joe, you seem like a very good decision maker, if not a very quick decision maker. So, Joe, I'm actually going to get you to help me out with a few decisions throughout the show, all right? 3 of them are all the same and they're very simple. We're going to come to those in a minute, all right? But one decision, the last decision you are going to make tonight is the most important one, and it has to do with these 4 envelopes on the front of the stage. Can you see them? Okay. On the front of the stage, we have 4 envelopes, each with my colored logo on it, my little Jeff Newman monogram that I usually have on most of my stuff. And I have the purple version, which is on everything I use, but I also have versions in blue, green, and red as well. Now, the reason why they're on here is because eventually, at the end of the show, Joe, you are going to choose one of these envelopes, all right? And I'm going to give you the entire show to change your mind. So you can either pick one right now and stick with it. You can change, flip-flop back and forth. It is completely up to you. The only thing that I require, Joe, is that when I say the time is now, you need to make your decision and stick with it. Understand? Perfect. All right. Thank you very much. I feel it's only fair. If I am asking you to make these decisions, you should know that these colors in this order weren't chosen at random. For example, purple and green are my favorite colors. But now that I've said that, Joe is far less likely to choose either purple or green. Understand? Good. You should also know that if you ask a group of people to choose items of different colors, pencils, cars, books, whatever, they will overwhelmingly choose items that are red or blue more often than any other colors combined. You with me, Joe? Good. Also, if you have 4 items placed in a row, and you ask someone to pick one of those items at random, people will overwhelmingly choose the item third from the left more often than any others because it feels like the least obvious one to pick. Unless they're left-handed, at which point they'll choose the item second from the left more often than any other. But they'll avoid choosing the items on either end because they feel like they're too obvious. Basically, my point is, Joe, choose carefully. For those of you out there wondering, is this all true or am I just saying this to screw with Joe? The answer is yes. So, like I said, you have all show to change your mind, all right? So just out of curiosity, don't say which one, but is one of them standing out to you right now? Perfect. All right, so we're going to come back to that in a little bit, but like I say, you have till the end of the show to pick whichever envelope you want. In the meantime, you have 3 other decisions to make here tonight, Joe, and those are much easier, much more simple decisions. And all you need to do, Joe, is I need you to just pick a number, any number you like between 1 and 100. And in fact, we're going to do one of those decisions right now, Joe. So, any number you like between 1 and 100, what number would you like? Yep. 82. Any particular reason why? No? Fair enough. Now, the reason why I'm asking, Joe, is because over the last 2 years or so, I've had a lot of time on my hands. And one of the ways I have been filling that time is by watching a bunch of movies with my fiancée, Hannah, which you can kind of see her face behind the icons on my phone there. Now, the reason why is because we've had a lot of time on our hands, but also my fiancée, Hannah, grew up in a relatively sheltered household, watching a lot of Disney Channel and Family Channel, and that's about it. So she missed out on a lot of kind of the pop culture movies and things that people around our age grew up with. So over the last 2 years, we've been keeping a running list of all the movies that she needs to see to kind of catch up. And we've been keeping track of them as we go, and we've numbered them and moved them around. You can see at the very top of my notes app, we have movies to make Hannah watch. So just for fun, let's see what's at 82. So we're going to open that up. You can see we have National Treasure, Captain America, Space Jam, The Lion King, Finding Nemo, Ant-Man, The Hangover, Sin City, Ocean's 11, 82. There we go. 27 dresses. Joe, have you seen it? You have. For those of you who haven't seen it, actually watch it just before I left for this cruise. It's a kind of a mid-2000s rom-com starring Katherine Heigl and James Marsden, thank you. And it's a movie literally about a woman who's always a bridesmaid, never a bride. It's a good movie. It's not a great movie, but if you haven't seen it, check it out. But the important thing is, Joe, is that is your first completed decision. And we're going to keep track of that for now. So that was 82, and that was 27 dresses. Joe, congratulations. You have completed your very first decision. Yes, give her a round of applause. It was absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm going to ask you to do this 2 more times throughout the show. You can choose 82 again if you like, or you can choose any other number between 1 and 100. Do you understand? Great. Give Joe another round of applause. She's an absolutely fantastic decision maker. Well done. Thank you so much, and we will come back to you in just a little bit. Now, a few of you out there are probably thinking that a lot of what I have to do, a lot of being able to anticipate how people think and the decisions they make, has to do with probability, has to do with understanding what the possible outcomes of a given situation are. And you were 100% correct. And a lot of being able to do what I do involves thinking on the fly and being able to do those rapid kind of calculations in my head on a moment's notice. And there's a lot of ways I keep sharp. I practice with things like puzzles and math games and logic games and things along those lines. So tonight I brought along something that I use often to keep my mind sharp, and I thought I would show you what it is. Tonight I brought along these. These are flashcards. I bought these years ago at a place called the Science Shop in Southgate Mall in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. The Science Shop was like an educational toy store. It was they sold telescopes and plasma balls and things along this line. But what these are for mathematical games. And as you can see, all of these cards are different, and they all have numbers on them. So, for example, this one is 110 and 11. We have they're all different. We have 39 and 33. We have 34 and 134, 35 and 95, and so on. All different numbers on the front and back. And what these are for, like I say, are for mathematical games. Does anybody remember something called Mad Minutes when they were in school? No? I see a couple people kind of like very sheepishly putting up their hand. If those are unfamiliar, a Mad Minute was something I did in school. Your teacher would give you a sheet with 60 mathematical equations. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, whatever you happen to be working on that particular day. And you had 60 seconds. You had 1 minute to do as many of those calculations as you could. And your grade was dependent on how many. I can feel the anxiety coming from a few of you already. But that's what these cards are for, but kind of like on expert level. So to get started with this, I do need the help from somebody. We'll get the lady right here with the black top and the striped pants. What is your name? Oh, okay. What is your name? Kelsey. Kelsey, are you good at math?
Yes, I'm okay at math.
You're okay at math? The lady sitting beside you is like, yes, she is. So either you're quietly confident or someone is grossly overestimating your mathematical skills. But, so what's your name again? Kelsey. Kelsey, I'm going to give you one very important job. For what is about to happen with these cards, I do need a starting point. All right? And it's very simple, Kelsey. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these cards. We're going to focus this a little bit so it's not so bright. There we go. I'm just going to go through these cards one at a time. And all I need you to do is whenever you want, I just need you to say stop nice and loud for us.
Stop.
Okay. We have 153 or 177. Which would you like? 153. All right. We are going to leave that right there for now. All right? Just so we keep track of what number you stopped on. Now, the other thing that I need help with is from all of you. On the screen behind me, you should now see a timer. All right? It is a 45-second countdown timer. Since I'm going to be looking down at what's happening on the table in front of me, I will not be able to see the timer on either of the screens I have on stage. So to keep me on track, to let me know how much time I have left, I need all of you to tell me how much time I have left. So every 5 seconds, I need you to shout out the time. So when it gets to 40, shout 40. When it gets to 35, shout 35. When it gets to 30, shout 30, and so on. Do we understand? All right. Are we ready? All right. If that's the case, ready, set, go. Stop! Stop! Stop. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Kelsey, I've done something. You're about to find it either very impressive or very nerdy. Hopefully both. Can I get the camera, please? So, Kelsey, you chose 153. Yes? Yes. So here's the thing. If you take 12, Kelsey, and you add 12 to 66, you get 78. If you add 78 to 20, you get 98. And if you add 98 to 55, you get your chosen number, 153. Thank you very much. But we can do this another way, Kelsey. This time we can do 25 plus 50, that is 75. 75 and 16 is 91. And 91 and 62 is also 153. Thank you very much. By the way, if you're out there wondering if this is actually legitimate, feel free to grab your calculators out and check my math as we go. Because we're going to do another column, Kelsey. This time we're going to do 56 plus 22 is 78. 78 and 65 is 143. And 143 and 10 is also 153. 3 is good, 4 is better. Let's do it one more time. This time we're going to do 60 plus 15, that is 75. 75 and 52 is 127. And 127 and 26 is also 153. All 4 columns add up to your chosen number, 153. Thank you very much. But here's the thing, Kelsey. It's not just the columns, the rows will do it too. Let's check these now. 12 and 25, that is 37. 37 and 56 is 93. 93 and 60 is also 153. How about this column? 66 plus 50 is 116 plus 22 is 138 plus 15 is also 153. You're all going to help me out with the last two. 20 plus 16 plus 65 and 52 equals 153. How about 55, 62, 10, and 26? 153. Kelsey, all 4 columns, all 4 rows add up to your number, 153. Thank you very much. But here's the crazy part. It's not just the columns and the rows, Kelsey. The diagonals will do it too. 12, 50, 65, and 26, and 60, 22, 16, and 55 add up to 153. The 4 in the middle will do it too. 15, 22 is 72, and 16 and 65 is also 153. How about the 4 on the top and the bottom? 25, 56, 62, and 10, 153. The 4 on the side, 66, 20, 15, and 52. Or the 4 corners, 12, 60, 50, 55, and 26. There are over 100 combinations to add up to your chosen number, 153. Thank you very much. Woo! But, Kelsey, you might be wondering, what if you would have chosen a different number, right? After all, there was a bunch to choose from, and maybe, this only works with 153, right? Right? Maybe somehow I knew you would pick 153, just like I knew John would pick the 10 of hearts at the beginning of the show, right? So you might be wondering, what if you would have said a different number? Right? In fact, Kelsey, I even gave you the choice on this card. You could have chose 153, but you could have also chose 177 as well, right? So you might be wondering, what if you would have picked 177 instead, right? Let's find out, because we flipped the card. All we need to do is flip the board. Let's do this again. 92 and 25, that is 117. 117 and 51 is 168, and 9 is 177. Let's do this one. 1 and 59 is 60, plus 22 is 82, and 95 is also 177. How about 29, 91, 5, and 52? 177, and finally 55, 2, 99, and 21 also adds up to the other number, 177. Thank you very much. But just like last time, it's not the columns. The rows will do it too. 92 and 1 is 93, and 29 is 122, and 55 is 177. How about 25, 59, 91, and 2? 177. How about 51, 25, 5, and 99? 177. And finally, 9, 95, 52, and 21? 177, all four columns, all four rows, but Kelsey, the 4 in the middle, will do it too. 59, 91, 22, and 5. 177, the two diagonals, 92, 59, 5, and 21, or 55, 91, 22, and 9. 177, the 4 on the top and the bottom, and 4 on the sides, the 4 corners there, over another 100 combinations out of the other number, 177. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you do math. Woo! All right. Whew. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little out of breath. Whew. Speaking of numbers, Joe, it is time for you to choose another number. Now, you chose 82 the last time. You can choose 82 again if you want, or you can choose another number. What number would you like? 4, as in 04. Any particular reason why? No? Just a random number that popped into your head? All right. So, as my fiance and I have been watching these movies, we've been keeping track of the celebrities in those movies. And some other ones that have made like notable appearances in the news. It's been a long 2 years. But we've also been keeping track of them in a list as well. And as you can see right underneath movies to make Hannah watch, we have the celebrity list as well. So just for fun, let's see who's at number 4. So let's open up right at the top. We have Michael Jackson, Jack Black right at the top with number 4. All right, are you familiar with Jack Black? Perfect. And you can see there's a whole bunch here. Yes, Martin Luther King, Justin Timberlake, Selena Gomez, Adele, Calvin Harris, and so on. Yes? All right. But 4, Jack Black was your decision, correct? All right. Joe, we're going to keep track of that one as well. So that was 4. Jack Black. Perfect. Joe, that is your second completed decision. All right? You're going to do this one more time, and just like last time, you can choose 4 again if you want, or you can choose any other number between 1 and 100. Understand? Great. Just out of curiosity, don't say which one, but have you chosen an envelope? You have. Did you change your mind at all, or did you pick one from the beginning and stay with it so far? So you've stayed with the same one the whole show so far? Perfect. All right. Give Joe another round of applause. She was absolutely fantastic. Well done. So, one of the perks of getting back to work doing live shows like this is I get to travel again. I love traveling. However, I am a sucker for those little airport kiosks where they sell like the snacks and the rip-off AirPod earbuds and the neck pillows that don't work and like the trash magazines and stuff. I get sucked in every time. And coming through the LA airport on my way to the ship, I got sucked in again. I got sucked in by this. It is the Little Book of Celebrity Misfires by Thelma Pressman. Yeah. Basically, it's a little novel that is, it's a celebrity trash rag is all it is. It's full of all of the celebrity gossip and bad stuff that celebrities have done. Everything is in here, from like Christy Alley's cocaine addiction to Lindsay Lohan's DUI. Everything Charlie Sheen has ever done, it's all in this book. And the thing is, this costs $13.95 US. This costs $14. And if you're wondering who in their right mind would buy this for me, that's who. And part of the reason why is because this is the perfect tool to read the minds of all of you, to get in the heads of all of you all at the same time. And as you can see, we have a bunch of things to choose from. We have a lot of different pages in here. It's going to be upside down for you for now, but you can see that if we go through just like this, we've got a bunch. We've got Ryan Seacrest. We've got Miley Cyrus is in there as well. Jay-Z, Shaquille O'Neal, Jessica Simpson, Eminem, Sylvester Stallone, Heidi Klum, Bono, Ivana Trump, Shia LaBeouf, Mick Jagger, and so on. All right? There's a whole bunch. So what I want to try and do is, because everyone can think of celebrities are in everybody's head. They all know what they look like. They all know what they sound like. They can identify with these people. I want to see if I can get all of you to think of the same person and see if we can read the minds of the entire room. All right? But to do that, I actually need the help of somebody else. Right next to Kelsey, what is your name? Valerie. Valerie, I'm going to give you 2 very important jobs. All right? The first job is in the front row. There is an envelope, a white envelope right here on the front seat. Could you please grab that envelope for me? All right, now I just want to point out that on that envelope, there is a word written on that envelope, all right? We don't want to worry about that word right now, it's not important, but just take the envelope with you, keep it safe, all right? Make sure no one opens it, changes it, switches it, touches it, anything like that, all right? The second job that you have, Valerie, is you are going to pick a celebrity for the entire room to think of, all right? It's very simple. All you need to do is just pick a page number. There's 130 pages in this book. And you can see that all of them, all the celebrities, they start on an even number, end on an odd, and we flip to the next one, it's an even number, end on an odd. So all I need you to do is just pick an even number, whatever even number you want, and that is going to be the celebrity we think of as a room. There we go. Understand? So, what page number do you want? 68. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn to page 67 and mark that spot. All right? And we're going to do it nice and slow so everyone can see and it's nice and fair. So we're going to go through. We have 27, 35. We have 43, 53, 55, 57, 61, 63, 65, 67. All right? So if you would have said 66, it would have been Lindsay Lohan, right? All right. Now, Valerie, we're going to mark that place. We're going to use this $20 Canadian bill, all right? By the way, if you're wondering what you can get for 20 Canadian dollars, Tim Hortons and maple syrup. That's it. So, Valerie, we have marked your spot. Whatever's on the next page, that is the celebrity the entire room is going to think of, correct? Now, to keep me honest, to make sure that I can't see what celebrity's on the next page, we are going to use this. Valerie, do you know what this is? Sorry? A pashmina. Don't lie, Valerie, you know it's a blindfold. This is going to keep me honest. I'm going to put this on. Now, obviously, I can't hand this out in this particular instance, but as you can see, Valerie, it is quite a thick pashmina. It is made of cashmere. It is not folded over once, not twice, but 4 times. And you can see that you can't see through it, yes? Yes. All right. So we're going to put this on, and then we're going to open up to the page that you chose. All right? So, on the pashmina, I'm going to call this a pashmina from now on. That is much more interesting than scarf. There we go. All right, so, there we go. Okay, so first things first, we can all see the book, yes? Because if we can't see the book, this is going to be a terrible trick. So, we're going to open it up, and you can see, Valerie, that we are still on the Lindsay Lohan page, yes? Yes. So, whatever the next page is, that is your decision. And we're going to turn to the next page, and I want everyone in this room to remember whoever this celebrity is on the next page. So, whoever this is, I want all of you to remember. We can all see this, yes? Yes. I want all of you to remember this celebrity. Commit it to memory. Lock it in your mind. And once you have it committed to memory, give me a huge round of applause to let me know what's in there. Perfect. All right, so we're going to close it up. We're going to cover it up. All right, so take off the pashmina. Oh, good, you're all still here. All right. So, every one of you is thinking of the same celebrity, yes? All right. So, I want all of you to think of this celebrity. Put it in your mind and make that person as vivid as you can standing in front of you, like they're right in front of you in real life, all right? I want all of you to do that. Let's go over here. The lady right on the end with the flower top. What is your name? Oh, she's asleep. Let's move on. All right. Don't worry, I won't take it personally. Let's get Kelsey. Kelsey, would you mind standing up? Could you just stand up for me, please? Yes, you. All right. All right, Kelsey. The celebrity. You know who that person was, yes? Yes. Okay, so I want you to imagine this person in front of you. I want you to imagine what they look like. Yes? Okay. I want you to imagine this person is in front of you, and I want you to imagine what they look like, how they move, if they're a man, if they're a woman, this is a man, isn't it? You can answer. Okay. Yes. Okay. This is an older man. Maybe not like old like yeah, but not we're not talking like someone who's like long dead and gone. They're still alive. Yes. Yes. You don't know. Okay. Okay. You're good at math. Perfect. All right. Okay, I think I know who this is. Perfect. All right. Give her a round of applause. Have a seat. Thank you so much, Kelsey. Let's move on. Let's move on to the lady right next to John. What is your name? Barb, would you mind standing up for me, please? Barb, are you familiar with this celebrity? Yes. Okay, I want you to imagine what this celebrity does. If they're an athlete, imagine them on the court, on the field, doing whatever it is they do. If they're a singer, imagine them in concert, maybe singing their greatest hits or something like that. If they're an actor, imagine them on the screen, on a movie, in a movie theater. This is an actor, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Okay. So we have a middle-aged male actor. That doesn't really narrow it down. All right. Thank you so much. Give Barbara a round of applause, everybody. All right. I want all of you now to think of this celebrity. I want all of you now to imagine this celebrity on a screen in front of you, and I want you to imagine whatever it is you know them from. So maybe it's their most famous role. Maybe it's a famous line that they said in a movie. Maybe it's the most recent thing. Who's thinking of chocolate? Barbara's thinking. Are you thinking of chocolate because of the actor or because you just want chocolate? Because of the actor. Okay, I think I know who this is. We're going to go with this. All right. I am locked in. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to count down from 3 to 1. When I get to 1, we're going to all shout the name of the celebrity we are thinking of. And if we're correct, we're going to get a huge round of applause. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Is that close enough? Give yourselves a huge round of applause. Well done. Now here's the thing. I've done this a lot. I've done this a few times, and a lot of people have said, well, maybe there's a way. There's a way I know. Maybe there's someone at the back holding up a giant, cardboard cutout of Tom Hanks in Castaway, or maybe I've memorized the book, right? Maybe somehow I knew on page 68 it's always going to be Tom Hanks if you pick that number, right? So if you think about it for just a second, this might not be that impressive, but you could argue, Valerie, that it would be far more impressive if I knew that you were going to pick Tom Hanks all along, right? Yes? Yes. So, at the beginning of this, I asked you to take care of an envelope, and I told you that there is a word written on the front of the envelope. Nice and loud, can you tell us what that word is? Thanks. Like this? Yeah. Like that? Yeah. Because here's the thing, this makes no sense until you have a small shift in perspective, and suddenly this seems to mean a lot more, right? Yes, just for fun, open up that envelope. Inside that envelope is a photocopy of one page from this book. Can you open it up and show and tell everybody what it is? Tom Hanks. Give her a round of applause, everybody. Yeah. At the top of the show, I said that I influence thoughts, I make predictions, and I read minds. So I thought we'd close out the show by reading the mind of someone here in the audience. Now, normally, if I'd ask someone, if I could read their mind, I would ask them just to think of a word. But the problem is if you just ask someone, Valerie, to think of a word, you'll get the same few words over and over and over again. House, dog, cat, car, things like that. So under normal circumstances, if I could have someone on stage, I would have a book or a newspaper article or maybe a magazine, something with a lot of text and a lot of words that they could choose that would make their decision to pick a word a little less predictable and a little more random. Do you understand? Yeah. Okay. So just because you have that page in front of you, let's use that. So Valerie, pull out that photocopy again. And I want you, Valerie, to look over that 2-page spread of Tom Hanks, and I want you to pick a word. But don't pick like something small and boring like it and the. Pick something big, something long, 7, 8, 9 letters long, a big, long, interesting word. All right? Let me know when you have a word, Valerie. So you got a big, long, interesting word from the article, yes? Or just a long word, yes? Okay. Now, I want you to take the first letter of that word, Valerie, and I want you to think of a food that starts with the same first letter. You with me? All right. So I want you to imagine that food in front of you, and I want you to make it as vivid as you can. If it's on a plate, if it's in a bowl, if it's wrapped in newspaper, if you eat it with your hands, with chopsticks, with a fork, with a spoon, if you need a knife to cut it, if it's salty, if it's sweet. Imagine it as vividly and clearly in your mind as you can. And focus on that. I think I've got it. We're going to go with this. All right, Valerie, nice and loud, what food are you thinking of?
Salmon.
Salmon. Is that close enough for you? We've got some salmon fillets here with some mashed potatoes, some asparagus, and some salmon roe. I can tell you're unimpressed. Forget the food. Focus on the word that got you the food, all right? So whatever word made you think of salmon, focus on the word instead, all right? So what I want you to do, Valerie, is I want you to imagine that word in front of you, but it's on a billboard. It's big. It's huge, all right? It's giant. It's in front of you on the side of the highway. Big white background, big bold black letters. Make it vivid and clear in your mind, all right? And I want you, Valerie, as you look at this word, don't say it out loud. That's not mind reading. That's just listening, all right? So as you focus on this word in your mind, I want you to say each letter as you look at it on the billboard. So letter by letter by letter by letter. So if your word was dog, it would be D-O-G, over and over and over again. Letter by letter by letter by letter. Letter by letter by letter by letter. Over and over and over again. Letter by letter by letter by letter by letter by letter by letter. Letter by letter by letter by letter by letter. Letter by letter by letter by letter. Wait, there's a couple letters that are used more than once, isn't there? Okay, this makes a little more sense. Letter by letter by letter by, and two of them are side by side right in the middle, aren't yeah. Is that correct? Okay, letter by letter. This time I want you, instead of focusing on the letters, I want you to say the word, but I want you to punctuate it in your mind. So if your word was Viking, it would be Viking, Viking. Whatever that word is, I want you to punctuate it in your mind as you say it over and over and over again, over and over and over again. There's 3 distinct syllables. Dun, 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 dun. Is that correct? And it ends in a hard letter, something like a T or a D. Does that make sense? I think I know what it is. We're going to go with this. Valerie, nice and loud. What word are you thinking of? Suggested. Is that close enough for you? Give her a round of applause, everybody. She was absolutely fantastic. Well done. Joe, you have 2 more decisions left. You have 1 more number to pick, so let's take care of that right now. So you've chosen, I believe it was 82 and 4 already, yes? Now you can choose those again if you want, or you can choose a new number. What number would you like? Sorry? 9, as in 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, all the way, like 0, 9, yes? Any particular reason why? Okay. So we've talked about movies. We've talked about the celebrities in those movies. Joe, what is a movie night without a snack? Right? So, just for fun, let's say if you and I were having a hypothetical movie night, let's see what our hypothetical movie night snack would be. So, as you can see, we have movies to make Hannah watch, we have the celebrities in those movies, and we have the movie night snacks. So, just for fun, let's see what's at number 9, all right? So, number 9, we Reese peanut butter cups. I think it's a favorite of a few of you out there. Do you like Reese peanut butter cups? Okay. And as you can see, you could have had a bunch of other stuff. You could have Sun Chips, Three Musketeers, donuts, Goldfish, etc. But you chose Reese peanut butter cups, right? All right. We're going to keep track of that as well. So that was 9. Yes, 9. 9. We'll just call them Reese cups. Joe, congratulations. That is your last chosen number. You have one final decision left to make. And I'm going to give you, to the count of 3, to change your mind one last time if you want. All right? 1, 2, 3. Joe, the time is now. Which envelope do you want? The green one. Okay. We're going to leave the green one until the end, just for now. But we're going to take a look at what else you could have chosen if you hadn't chosen green. So, if green hadn't been here, Joe, what would have been your next choice? Sorry? Red. So let's start with red. Let's see what's inside red. As you can get the camera again, please. As you can see, it is a sealed envelope, yes? Yes. So just let's open it up. Let's see what's inside. All right. As you can see, Joe, inside the envelope, we have a single sheet of paper. Yes? Yes. Joe, this sheet of paper is proof that this is not the envelope you were going to choose. After red, what would have been your next choice? Blue. So let's check blue. Same thing, Joe. Sealed. Yes? Let's take a look inside. Inside, we again have a single sheet of paper, yes? Again, this sheet of paper is also proof, Joe, that blue is not the envelope you would choose either. You chose green, but you have the same odds of also choosing purple. So let's see what's inside purple as well. Again, sealed, yes? Inside, we find that single sheet of paper once again, correct? Yes? Again, Joe, this is proof that purple was not your choice either. You chose green. Yes? Let's see what's inside. Sealed. Yes? Inside, Joel, let's take a look inside the envelope. There we go. Inside, you can see there's not a sheet of paper inside, but there is something in the envelope. Yes? Yes. Inside this envelope, Joe, is another envelope. But this envelope is proof that I knew you would choose the green one. But more importantly, Joe, inside this envelope is proof that if you and I were going to have a movie night, the only snack we would want are Reese peanut butter cups. And what better to have Reese peanut butter cups with than a movie that stars Jack Black? And what better Jack Black movie is there than 27 Dresses? Everyone give Joe a huge round of applause. She made some absolutely wonderful decisions tonight. And thank you all for making the decision to come out and have some fun with me here tonight on the Viking Orion. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeff Newman. Thank you so much. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the incredible talents of Mr. Jeff Newman. Come on out, Jeff. Take a bow. Oh, come on out once more, Jeff, for another bow. The incredible talents of Jeff Newman, ladies and gentlemen, mentalist, magician, and trickster. Thank you very much for joining us tonight in the Star Theatre. A kind reminder that as you leave, please remember to keep your masks worn on properly and actively practice social distancing. Have a wonderful night, and we look forward to seeing you out and about and around the ship.